Hey guys, Phil at digitaldjtips.com. Looking at this, the big Namba DJ producer backpack. This is the slightly bigger and older brother to the Lil Namba, which is reviewed on Digital DJ Tips. Go look for that if you would like to know about the smaller version, although I'll tell you all you need to know now really, because they're identical apart from in size, so therefore in the kind of gear you can fit in them. So I've packed this with a typical set of DJ gear, and I'll show you where it all fits and how it works. So as you can see, it's quite an attractive bag. It doesn't look immediately like a gear bag, which I like, because it just, I don't know, it just makes it feel like you're not walking around with a load of stealable gear on your back. And it's quite sleek because there's no pockets on the side. It could be a bad thing because there's only two main pockets on this. So you do feel sometimes like you just want a small pocket to put something tiny in. It's nothing to do with your music. However, it does have this zip compartment at the back here into which you can put bits and pieces. And there's also quite a nice zip here, which is just about big enough to put something secret in. So there you go. Let's have a look inside it now. Big chunky zips, nice nylon construction, really nice feet on the bottom by the way, and this handle's excellent. This handle really does feel nice, so that's a bonus. So in here, this compartment opens about that far. There's a flap at the front, which is pretty good for putting your headphones down the front of. In here at the moment, I've got my audio cable, some adapters and stuff, plenty of room for all this stuff. My headphones are there actually, but as I say, they could go in the front there. And there's loads more room in that pocket. I've just put a few bits and arbitrary bits and pieces in there at the moment, my mains, adapters and so on. Lots of room there. And it's also got dividers for things like pens and USB cards and all that kind of stuff. So there's also a hook for your keys and a Velcro loop for you to put stuff like coiled leads in. So that's all good. The main compartment is where most of the action happens, of course. So it unzips nearly all the way, so you can open it really nice and wide. Oh, by the way, I've shown you something here. You would never normally carry two sets of headphones around, but I've tucked another one in the top here. What you tend to find with these rucksack style bags is that the gear kind of settles a little bit, and there's a bit of gap at the top where you can tuck extra gear, so it's worth knowing that. If your headphones are a bit too big for the front, they're usually just tuck in the top there. So inside the bag, there's this area here, again, where you can tuck bits and pieces. There's a useful flap at the back. Again, there is a thing here to put your coiled leads on, so they could tuck down the back there. I've actually got a DJ stand there. So the controller I have tucked in here is a Vestax VCI 380. It's about right for that size. Anything bigger than that is, you could maybe fit, let's put that in there and I'll show you. You could maybe fit very slightly taller, but only very slightly, like a centimetre or two, and certainly a centimetre or two wider, but you wouldn't want any more than that. So if you're wondering whether this is going to fit your particular gear, go look up the size of the Vestax VCI 380. It's in the Digital DJ Tips review, and just add a tiny bit on and you'll be okay. Any more than a centimetre or two in either direction, it's not going to work with this bag. So as well as those bits I've just shown you there, there is of course a compartment here for your laptop. And that is about it. That's how it all works. A few little bits and pieces. There's a flap here which you can Velcro into place, a Velcro and clip into place to stop the whole bag coming open if you don't want it to. I opened it all there and you know, stuff could have fallen out. If you're the kind of person who just likes to go like that and whip things in and out, you can set the bag to be like that. I really like it. It's a nicely constructed bag. As I said before, it doesn't look massively like a gear bag, which is a good thing. Handles are all good, zips are all good. I've actually had the smaller one for a few years now. This was just a bag that I picked up myself to carry a smaller controller around when I actually started digital DJing with a controller a few years back, and it's lasted me well. There's nothing broken on it. The only thing that I didn't like about it was the straps here across the back. They slipped. This is the Lil Namba, by the way. They slipped. You couldn't tie them tight. They just kept loosening. They fixed that on the new one. So the straps here, now these two work a lot better than on the old bag. which is a bonus. So there it is, the big Namba, good bag. If your controller's that size, I recommend it.